everybody, I'm Avigela, your host, and welcome to the Candid Seat. Today I have with me an upcoming actress and model.
Hello everyone, I'm Gargi. I am so honored to be on your podcast, Avi. I wear a few hats from being a model and actor to trying to get into the medical field, and I'm so excited to have a deep conversation with you today.
That's wonderful. I'm so excited to have you here.
Yes.
Okay, so can you take us back to the beginning? What was it like growing up in India?
Growing up in India was, I don't know, maybe just, it was most of like what people do. A lot of people do is like just focus on their career, study.
Study.
Yeah, I feel like the teenage from like, even from the beginning of your school years, it's just till you get to like 12th grade or like, you know, it's just studies, because I feel like you just don't have a life other than studies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did you always know that you wanted to be in front of the camera, or did modeling and acting just come as an unexpected thing?
It was very unexpected, I would say, because I did not even have like one photo shoot done of me when I was back in India.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a very shy girl, and it was very unexpected because I moved to America, and it was just a big thing because I just started doing pageants, and like to get out of my comfort zone and like, you know, explore the world. I just started doing pageants and everything, and it was just, oh yeah, I like it, you know, like I would say on camera and I was like, yeah, I think this is for me, yeah, you know.
It's just really crazy to me that you were shy, because you're one of the most outgoing people I know. So
yeah, I think trying to not be shy or trying to be more out there is to get out of your comfort zone. I feel like it's a harsh truth, and it's just because unless and until you're not out of your comfort zone, you're not gonna achieve things that you really want. Because at the same time, it's just like, you know, I don't mean get out of your comfort zone in a way that if someone is telling you to do something and you're not comfortable. That is not what I mean by like, oh, get out of your comfort zone and do it. No, I mean by like, oh, I don't want to take a picture of myself, or I don't look good in that picture, you know? You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to be out there.
But that's so difficult to do, honestly. Like, it's easier said than done, getting out of your comfort zone.
That is true. That is very true. It's not that easy. I don't think it is that easy.
It takes time.
It takes a lot of time. I feel like with time you just get comfortable with yourself, and you're just like, oh yeah, it's whatever. You know? Yeah.
So what was it like moving to a new country and then building a completely different name for yourself?
I'd said it's very hard, obviously, because being a complete new person, not knowing a lot of things that happen in America, you know, it's very hard to even be out there with people who have lived in America, you know, their entire life, and trying to, I wouldn't say compete, but trying to even match their energy is very hard because you don't even know what's going on, right? And it was just, I feel like pageantry and being out there just made it much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was born in India, but I basically grew up in America my whole life, and I still feel like I don't exactly fit in here. It's really hard because in India I feel like I'm too American to be Indian, and then in America I'm too Indian to be American.
Yeah, I think that is so true. I feel like a lot of Indians or immigrants who have moved to America feel that way, which is very normalized, and I think in order to not feel that way is just to go with the flow, get comfortable with yourself, and just do what you want to do in your life.
For sure. So did you ever feel like the comments people made about your skin or the way that you looked when you were younger, did they stick with you?
I feel like there are some things that you can never move on from, and it is really hard. If you do, hats off to you, but there's something that you genuinely cannot move on because it just sticks with you, because, you know, I feel like moving on is very hard, but using those things to be who you want to be is art, I think.
Right.
Because it's really hard to just take those comments and just like, swallow it up, and I feel like that's what you need to do in order to be out there and like to just love yourself, I think. And like start being comfortable in your own skin. I think that just like changes how you look at yourself.
And I think then it comes down to kind of making the best out of your situation.
Yes.
Like you could be thrown into like a pool full of sharks.
Yes.
And you have to figure out how to get around.
Yeah. I feel like using a difficult situation to make gold out of it is just an art. But yeah, it's very hard, but I think with time you just get used to it, you know?
Yeah. So how do you stay grounded in industries that often focus so heavily on appearance?
I think staying grounded in those industries, just trying to be yourself, because I feel like there are people who are so not themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And trying to be yourself, loving yourself, being comfortable in who you are is just so important, and I think that is just a root or grounded version of me that is that I love myself and I am comfortable in who I am, you know?
Yes. So since you're going to be an actress, or I know you've already completed filming some films, and if you can, tell us about your upcoming short film.
Yes, I have done shooting 2 of my short films. Which when I started doing short films, the first short film was Telugu, and with that being said, the director was Prithviraj, and the second short film I did was Marathi. It was like half Marathi and half English, and the director was Harsh, and about the first short film, it was mostly about how there's conflict with the lead actress having with her fiance, and the short film goes on giving a message about how communication is key in a relationship. And the second short film I did was about a woman, or like a teenager, who's trying to be a psychiatrist, and how she faces hardships while she's dealing with a patient.
She's seeing herself in the patient.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said that the first film you did was Telugu. You're a native Marathi speaker, so
Yeah. Oh, that was a good experience. I think it was mostly, I feel like I got into the shape of talking, at least speaking some things in Telugu, was with the workshops that Prithviraj provided us, and most of them was more rehearsals that we had with my co-actor. I think my co-actor being Telugu helped me a lot, because when we were taking breaks between the shoots, it was just like, oh, I did not understand what I just said, and then he would just explain it to me, you know, saying that, oh, it's just what it means, like, you know. And there are scenes where you're like, have to like have tears in your eyes. I feel like you would only feel that emotion when you understand what it means, you know. And I think my director and my co-actor and the team just made it so easy on me. But yeah, it was a good experience.
And I feel like in that way you bonded with these people quite a bit, didn't you?
Yes, a lot. I missed those days where I had like shoots, and I was like, we all would go in a car and just have like days. But yeah.
Why don't you say the one line that you remember from the Telugu show?
Oh my god, yes. Yes. It's like the only line I say every single time. Yeah. Na life ra nuvu.
The amount of emotion and passion in that.
Yes. And I remember one line where my director would always say that to me, because it just stuck in me now. It's like, Oka ganta gira. Which I think I'll come after in 1 hour or something.
Yes.
But
yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah.
And what did being on set teach you about yourself as a performer and as a person?
Oh, that's a good question. I think being on set just brought a whole different me. I saw the work ethic I had. I saw the passion I had towards the work I was doing. And more of that was just the love I had for acting, you know?
You can't get anywhere without passion.
Yes,
so.
I think that is very true. You cannot get anywhere without passion. I think passion just brings a whole different you out of you, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And was it scary stepping into acting after doing modeling, because they are similar in some ways, but they definitely are different?
Yeah, I think acting is a whole different art where there's emotions, there's expressment, there is so much more, and modeling is more of the emotions that you show through a portrait or a picture, you know? But it wasn't that hard as I would think it would be, but because it was more of because I already have faced camera through modeling. The camera part was not that hard, but showing that giving justice to the character for sure was a thing that I was always concerned about, because like, you know, you have that doubt in yourself sometimes that, oh, will I be able to give the justice? But I think I did amazing with giving the justice to the character, and I hope you see that too.
I'm excited to see the film.
Yeah, I'm excited too. But yeah, I think it's just the work ethic that comes with it, and the passion and the love that you have towards the work that you do.
Do you think that it was like easy for you to adapt? Like, do you think adaptation is a skill that you're pretty familiar with?
I think yes. Being able to adapt things, because there are gonna be things that you're not gonna like.
Yeah.
You just have to adapt to it, because I think there was a time when I was filming for my Telugu short film, and it was in Texas, and it was very cold, okay, and I had to wear like a very short dress, and it was a drone shot, and it was very cold, right? So I was frozen completely, and it was like, well, I had to adapt to it, you know? So adapting to things is just hard and very important at the same time.
Cold in Texas, that's
oh yeah. I know, cold in Texas. I did not think of that either. I was like so prepared. I was like, oh, it's gonna be sunny, it's gonna be pretty, but no, it was very cold.
I mean, we're from Seattle. I feel like we should get used to it at this point.
That's true.
So wrapping all of this up, what is one thing you would tell your younger self?
One thing I would tell my younger self is just be yourself. Let others think what they think. Just be yourself and love yourself.
Was there ever a moment where you like would look back at it and be like, oh my gosh, I actually made it through that, like
yes.
a difficult person or situation?
Yes, that is a time. So I did a police cadet academy, where there's like 5 days of academy where you go through and like an view or like POV of police academy, but as a cadet.
Right.
It was very hard. It was days where you just could not sleep because they would keep the doors open, and it was cold wind coming, and then in Yakima heat, cold and everything.
Oh, the Yakima sun is no joke.
Oh yeah, it is hot, and it was very hard because I remember I did almost 300 push-ups in those gravels, and I had like gravels in my hands and everything, but by the end of it, it was just, oh, I've done it, you know, like I did it, like
right,
you know, it's just like, it just, even if it's the smallest thing that you could think of, I'm telling you, and you might be thinking, oh, what is that? But at the same time, when you actually experience it and like you go through it, just like I feel like, oh yeah, I've achieved it. I'm done with it now.
Yeah.
And same goes to like schooling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I recently graduated, and it's just like, oh, 3 years or 4 years went by so quick, but I did it, you know. The complex, yeah.
I think that feeling of achievement really has to do with what it took for you to get there, right?
I agree. Yeah.
Yep. And what does beauty mean to you now?
I think beauty is just being honest, being real, being out there, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's beauty to me. I feel like beauty is more of like, I see beauty in everything.
Right.
Yeah. So I think beauty is just being real, being honest, being yourself.
Yes.
And loving yourself is very beautiful.
And what do you see in your future now? Things that you're working towards?
I think I just want to be out there, successful in what I want to be. And when I say success, it's not what I mean by like, oh, I want to be a big actress or something. Success is when I say, oh, have small dreams, but achieve those dreams and work very hard towards getting those dreams. So, and more than achieving something, for me, success is I worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's success to me. Even if I didn't get that thing, to me, I think I worked so hard for it. I think that's success. A lot of people don't work hard for things nowadays.
Yeah, that's the reality of kids these days.
Yes.
Which I cannot be talking, I'm 14, but it's okay.
Well, look at you, Avyakta. You have grown so much. You have started your own podcast now. Like, amazing. I'm so excited for you.
I'm really excited for you. Thank you all for watching The Candid Seat. And thank you, Gargi, for being here today as my special guest.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned for next week's episode. Bye!
I think I yapped about so many nonsense stuff.
Girl, I was like, bro, I was sitting here and I was like, so do I look at that camera? Do I look at that? Where do I look? So I just looked at you the whole time.
Yeah, no, me too. Okay, so where do I give my introduction?
Okay.
Oh boy.